The long anticipated start bench drop, the reason why we get cussed out by 14-year-olds on TikTok. You man don't know ball. All right, mate. I literally wait for the comments for these because it's just like, all right,
Yeah,
here
I
we go,
know.
boys. Honestly, cranky. Start bench drop. Ollie Watkins, Julian Alvarez, Alexander Isak.
At this current moment, I would start Ollie Watkins. Stats have showed that he's been better than the other two this season.
Yep.
And then he's got this sort of confidence at this moment in time. I think that Luton goal, where he's taken the first touch and then just set
On
it
his
out.
left, yeah, on his left, yeah,
Yeah,
that was a nice touch.
yeah. And I think Thierry Henry did some analysis on it, and it was just perfect. Yeah. Then I would bench Isak. Just love this guy. I do really rate this guy. And yeah, I've always said he should have gone to Arsenal. Um, Arsenal should have picked him up, but we'll see how much he goes in the summer or even in the near future. And then Julian Alvarez, I probably would sell. I do think he's a good player, but nothing fancy or special. He doesn't have that wow factor to his game.
Yeah. I too gonna start Ollie Watkins again. Big fan of his. Everyone knows that. I think he's taken a leap this year, and the team has been built around him in a way that is just to optimize him and get everything out of him,
Yeah,
balling out. And yeah, you're saying that he's just playing with a level of confidence which you just see it's oozing out on the pitch, and he can't do no wrong on the field at the moment. Um, if last year I would have said Alvarez, this year I'm going to bench Alexander Isak again. I get another guy just like his style of play. In terms of body type, ideal for a striker, long, athletic, fast as well, and dribbling ability doesn't really go mentioned with the top guys, but he's up there in terms of like how he can pick up the ball and dribble it and keep it up and hold up play as well. And going to drop Julian Alvarez for the simple fact that I like him, great player, but I don't think he can be the focal point of a team and like put a team on his back. I mean, to be fair,
yeah.
we haven't seen him do it for a prolonged period of time because he's been there same time as Haaland, but yeah, just the other two for me are just a touch ahead. Start bench drop, Phil Foden, Cole Palmer, Bukayo Saka.
All of my start bench drops are based on current
Yeah,
performances.
yeah,
So
100%, 100%.
that's the disclaimer to all of these guys on TikTok at the moment. um, so at this current moment in time, I would start Foden, coming into unbelievable form.
Yeah.
Not even just form; he's technically the best out of all these three. I think personally, I think this guy, his close control is unbelievable. And there's so much more we can see from his game this season. It's just even the goals. The goals are just crazy sometimes. He's got a proper wand of a left foot on him at this moment in time. So
Yeah.
yeah, I would say start Foden, bench Cole Palmer. Bench Cole Palmer because he's been so vocal to Chelsea. I don't think Chelsea would be in the sort of top half of the league if he wasn't there because his goal contributions have been so pivotal for us at this moment in time. So yeah, he's on the bench, and then I would drop Saka only because I feel like he has sort of slacked over the last couple of games that I have personally watched him. I don't see that same sort of spark I have in the sort of last season when I did watch Arsenal. So that's the only reason I would drop him.
I'm going to start Phil Foden for all the reasons you said above. Just like he's just taken his game to a whole nother level. His ability to get out of tight spaces, 1-2 passes, and creating from the wing because he's not the fastest guy either. He's not the fastest guy as well,
No,
and also he was the main connector of that team while Kevin De Bruyne was out, and he did a pretty good job
yeah,
in my opinion. So shout out to him. I'm actually going to bench. I want to say Cole Palmer, but I'm going to bench Bukayo Saka just for the fact that I think goal wise he's done all right this season. If I can check his goals, in the Prem thus far this season's 13 goals and assists. He is on 8 assists, equal with Cole Palmer. That's the only reason. Like, and also, even though he's had in comparison to the standard that everyone has him, a bit of a lackluster dip of form, he's still like doing well. And partly his bias as well. I mean, I'm wearing an Arsenal t-shirt. It's been pretty hard to drop him. And I'm going to drop Cole Palmer, but I agree with everything you said. If not for Cole Palmer, Chelsea are probably 3 or 4 places lower in the table. And we was fans of his, but we did thought the 40 was a bit steep. But again, we're not doing the intricate analytics that these teams are doing. And at this moment in time, if they said, yeah, you've got to pay an extra 20 million, but you're getting this guy like this transfer window, you'd be like, yeah, cool, calm. I'm calm and paying 60 million because the guy's just phenomenal, man. And again, another guy who's not the fastest, but on the wing, just doing his job, like creating goals, scoring goals, penalties, link up plays, phenomenal. And he's got a slight frame as well. So just imagine what he's gonna be like when he puts on a bit of muscle and stuff. So yeah, I'm going to drop him, but it's through no fault of I do very much like Cole Palmer. Start bench drop. Elijah Adebayo. We can actually say that now because he's balling. You know what I mean? Darwin Núñez, Nicholas Jackson.
I'm gonna start Darwin Núñez. You know.
Yeah, he's been balling.
I just think he's so unpredictable. So defenders don't know what to do against him. So he's got that sort of never stop attitude as well. He doesn't stop running. He's got strength. He's got pace. He's got a bit of that Diego Costa in him. I know that he's South American.
A bit of the nastiness, yeah.
The nastiness in him. So yeah, for a striker or even a winger at times he plays for Liverpool. Yeah, I would take him at Chelsea any day. So I would start him. I am going to bench Adebayo.
My guy.
I think he's been very consistent of late. You know what you're getting from him. He can pop up with a goal as well as a winger, so that is key for sides that have come up from the Championship to the Prem. That's key to sort of have a goal contribution from somewhat a different attacker. I know Carlton Morris has obviously contributed quite a lot, but yeah, Adebayo has of late as well. So yeah, I would bench him. Sorry, and then Nicholas Jackson, although he's coming into a bit of form now, I still don't know whether it was the best signing for Chelsea. I don't think he's.
Yeah.
I don't think he's Chelsea caliber. I think he could play in the Premier League somewhere else, but probably not Chelsea. But yeah, he is coming into good form, so I'll give him that. I'll give him a little bit of a positive to that. But yeah, I'm dropping him.
I'm going to start Darwin Núñez again, a guy who, even if he's not scoring, he's contributing towards winning because he's just a threat. He's dynamic. He's an athlete. He's tall. He's strong. Again, nastiness as well. Going to bench Elijah Adebayo, my guy. Started off the season a bit poorly, got dropped, and then picked up form, and then was just scoring goals left, right, and center. Got a Premier League hat trick, so it's always a big deal. Whether they stay or go, I think there's a move for him in the summer. I have it probably the 15-20 million pound range. Don't know the club. I wouldn't be able to tell you the club, but I think there is a move for him in the summer. Could be even one of the boys that come up. You never know. Leicester could do it. You never know. And then Nicholas Jackson again has come into good form. Don't think he's a Chelsea caliber player, but definitely a Premier League player. And I just like the fact like you're seeing the improvements in his game, and that's all you want for guys essentially. Start bench drop. Declan Rice, Rodri, Josh Kimmich. And I'm only saying Josh Kimmich because I couldn't think of anyone in the Prem that's on those two guys' level, in my opinion.
This is a tough one. This is very tough. But I'm starting Rodri. I think he's so pivotal to that City team. The stats will tell you that um, when he's not in the team, there's a likelihood that City potentially will lose
Yeah,
or not or drop points. So that says it all. I think. I know Declan Rice has been amazing and probably the signing of the season. But yeah, no, Rodri would be a starter for me. Bench, yeah, bench Declan Rice. Obviously, I've just said that he's obviously been the star signing of the season. Got so much to his game, can play in so many different positions. Um, I don't know what his best position is yet in that Arsenal squad. Because at this moment in time, he's taking corners, he's taking free kicks, he's
scoring
doing
goals.
everything.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, so he's got that attacking element to his game. So maybe he could play a bit more advanced. But yeah, no, what a signing. What a player. And yeah, I would start him, but Rodri to me is the better player.
yeah,
Um, and then Joshua Kimmich. I think a lot of people give Joshua Kimmich a lot of stick at the moment, and he's likely to move in the summer. I think Bayern Munich have had enough of him. So, um, yeah, no, I think he's a good player. I do think he's a really good player. He's a versatile player. Can play as a fullback. Can play as a
yeah,
centre mid. A bit like Philip Lahm.
yeah.
But yeah, there's nothing special in his game. He does the basic stuff well, and that's it. I would say.
I'm going to start Declan Rice just for the simple fact. Again, I'm a goon. I'm wearing an Arsenal shirt, but the leap that he took this season, I didn't think it would be this quick. You know what I
Mm,
mean? Like he's already like beaten his tally of best goals in the Premier League season than he had ever done at West Ham. Um, Leader of men. Going to bench Rodri again. This is through no fault. Again, like you said, the stats show that when he's not in the team, Man City are likely to lose. And I'm going to drop Josh Kimmich partly because I mean I do watch Bayern games, but I don't watch it intensely like I do the other two. But
yeah.
he is a baller, captain of a great Bayern team. All right, cool. Last one, quick. Eve. Start bench drop. Kai Havertz, Leon Bailey, Anthony Gordon.
To be fair, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a Havertz fan. I'm just gonna give it to you. I don't like Havertz at all. I know a lot of Arsenal fans are saying, "Oh, he's coming into form, all of this stuff," but I've seen this time and time again from Kai Havertz. So
Yeah,
I'm not hoping on anything. But who I would start would be Anthony Gordon. I think he's been immense this season. Has a real likelihood of getting into that England
yeah.
set up for the Euros. So yeah, I would start him. Um, then bench. Who was the other player?
Leon Bailey,
Yeah, Leon Bailey has been
balling.
brilliant this season. Aston Villa have really relied on him with goals and assists, and yeah, no, he has been very good this season. So I'd probably bench him, and then yeah, drop Kai Havertz. As I've said, I'm not a big fan of him, although he has been coming into good form. I see these sort of games that he's been proving himself are their lower league teams like Sheffield United and those teams that you don't really expect much from. So yeah, I'll drop him.
Current form, I'm gonna have to give it to my guy Havertz, and I was a guy, and I didn't want him. I'm very open about that. If I don't want a guy,
Yeah,
I'm very open. I didn't want him when he came to Arsenal. I thought we overpaid for him. Still, kind of think we did, but you know, since the international break, he's been playing some of his best football we've been seeing for
yeah,
Arsenal, and he's been coming through with the goals for us. So still think we need a striker. He's not a nine. I don't want to hear that. Okay, but I just feel like the guy's he's been improving and as of right now been one of our better players and helped
yeah,
us to be where we are. Um Going to bench Anthony Gordon, again, a man who is going to be pushing for England, also starting for England. I think he can be pushing for when he gets into the camp because he's been balling out. And Leon Bailey, a guy who started the season coming off the bench slyly because Diaby took his place, but now he's got
yeah,
Diaby on the bench, and Diaby was the big
mm,
money signing as well. And yeah, him and Watkins link up play. It's like it's somewhat telepathic now. He just like looks
yeah,
up and he already knows what he's gonna do. And That's what I'm saying. Like, people don't give Unai Emery his flowers, man. Like, the guy knows how to coach and develop players and give guys chances. So, shout out to them. Yeah, that's been Start Bench Drop, an hourly podcast. I'm on Half of the Duo, Eds, my co-host, my brother, my brethren, Ethan. Follow, like, subscribe on all platforms. And that's been out. We've been out. Peace, people.